manufacturing hub.
It's been, and I promise you it's going to get even more interesting. Because as Anand says, it's very energizing to be in the company of entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs who really want to make a difference. Because we are talking made in India today, and made in India, not the old manufacturing that you and I know about, but a made in India that reflects the aspirations of a young and ambitious India. We're talking electric vehicles, we're talking smartwatches, we're talking rockets. Without further ado, I'd love to introduce my panelists. Please welcome on stage Aman Gupta, the co-founder and CMO of Boat, a very way from Bengaluru, Chennai, and other cities. Aman, of course, is a local. Aman, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Tarun. Thank you, everyone. As I said, this is made in India, which is very exciting because we are talking about products that we couldn't have envisioned even a decade ago. Because today, when you see people wearing headphones, they're wearing a Boat or they're wearing some other Indian brand. It's not just about Sony or JBL anymore. So, Aman, take us about, through your own made in India journey. Or like you say on Shark Tank, hum bhi bana lenge.
That's my line. I was supposed to use it today.
Say it for us.
So, I would say that, a few years back when we started 5 years back, there were no Indian brands as such in our space. And Indian brands were not, they were looked down upon, I would say. We were all, I would say, we felt great using Firangi brands. They were Japanese, they were Germans, they were American brands here. But people never thought that in our industry, Indian brands can still do something. And unfortunately, in the telecom side, Indian brands could not, do much when the Chinese came in. So people like us, brands like us, we were also looked down upon even before we started. I always say our death story was written before we were born. That Indian brands can't do shit, right? And it was tough. We believed in ourselves. We believed in the changing Indian consumer, and we made a brand which was born in India, right? Then a few years back, we all know how COVID made us all realize that we cannot be dependent on, a few countries for our products. And we all, not only us in electronics, all of us started, made in India started becoming a very flagship scheme of the government. And we all started investing our time, effort, and money in making in India. And we are very proud to say that, last quarter we made 1 crore units in India.
Wow.
So, going back to our line, when people say you can't do it, there is an inner confidence which says, hum bhi bana lenge.
In fact, I read somewhere, Aman, that in 2021, only 5% of your products were being made here, but now it's climbed to 40-50%?
Yeah, so it was, it was not easy to make in India. It was not feasible, to be frank to you. But, we were working very closely with the government also helping us on a lot of schemes. The PMP scheme is there. The PLI is also expected sometime. So I think there was a constant push and pull, and with the support of the government, with the policies becoming easier, we also thought we are not a manufacturing company. We never done manufacturing ever. We know tech, we know marketing, but manufacturing was something which we had to learn. And imagine that in India there was no factory which had made audio products, because it was not something which was or a wearable product. It was not made in India. Nobody knew how to do it. So we took baby steps. And I remember one day, there was one of these interviews where people asked Prime Minister Modi that why aren't we doing things fast or something, and he said India is not like a flight which just goes like this and this. India is like a train. It takes time, right? So I would say for us also, like Rome was not built in a day. India will not make in a day. It will take its time. And we are on the path of doing that.
Great. Tarun, your journey as a maker of electric vehicle, an electric scooter, since the time you started, which was what, 2014, 2015, there are now over 1 lakh Ather scooters on the road in India. But it took you a long time to get there. I think you took 6-7 years just to get the design right, to get the product right, because you wanted to make a product that ultimately looked good. Like Aman said, people would kind of hesitate from using Indian brands, but you made it aspirational.
So if you see our trajectory, it's, by the way, we're in our 10th year now, so just approaching the first decade. First 5 years of engineering and product development. That phase was important because before you get to actually make in India, you need design in India. Or rather, for us, that was the only option. We couldn't get a design out of somewhere else because electric two-wheelers are a very fascinating place where globally there is no country with an evolved enough ecosystem of good electric scooters or motorbikes. Like none. China has a lot of them. They are all crap. Like they're all really crap by our standards. Indian standards, none of those vehicles make any sense. So we were at a very interesting place where if you want to build electric two-wheelers, you literally have no place to borrow from. So we had to build the platforms from scratch. We had to do all the engineering from scratch. I remember when we hired this testing lead from one of the legacy auto OEMs. He's like, we have no test protocols that work for an electric vehicle. And our team started writing the first protocols, to my knowledge, for scooters in India, electric scooters in India. And they had to write 2,000 of them. Like we conduct 2,000 tests per vehicle every time we move them to production.
So 2,000 tests per vehicle.